I don't know how many of you remember, but I bought this that way when we come back, we'd have a place to stay or whatever. Tuck is not my real name. Tuck is my nickname. I'm a hillbilly. I am from the eastern part of Kentucky.
Heaven's in a holler. Heaven's in a holler. Heaven's in a holler.
All right, morning guys. Show you a little better day up here. It's still cold as piss, but there's the view. I know you can see I've been doing some more tractor work. Put in some rock on this pad, and today I'm going to get the laser out and see how far I am out. I just eyeballed this right now, so we'll see how close I got. And then I'm going to re-square this building up and bring it over a little bit, because I'm going to have to do a drainage right here and then put some rock on this bank to keep this bank from washing into the side of the building. All right, show you. Got this laser trained it all set up and kind of put it in the middle so you can hear this thing going off. That's telling me I need to go down about a ½ inch or so. So that's close enough to just check this, because this is just a preliminary pad. There'll be another 8 inches of rock come in after I get the building and all that. So, but I just needed a level spot to get started, to set the poles and all of that before I square it out. And so let's go check this out. You can see I've got these little old stakes, and I'll stake it out a lot better, but let's check this out and see what I got. So that one there's telling me that I'm about a ½ inch low from that thing. Now keep in mind, I have not put a laser on this. I've done this by eye. Do this one. So you can see I'm about 2 inches low there. I'm about an inch low there. We'll go up here and check this last one out. And so this one here, it's just about right on. So, you know, I'm an inch low in the back. I'll take that. If you're wondering why I got it so close, or how I got it so close, guys, before I went to UPS and before I went sailing, I owned a construction company, and we had an excavation company with it. So I've got quite a few years running bulldozers and tractors and stuff like that. You can see we still got a lot of work to do. I got to bring a bulldozer in here and then clean all this up, but it's just been so dang muddy that, man, it's just been rough. So I needed a place to get this building, so that's the reason I used a little tractor and a chainsaw. But after we get all this kind of going, you've seen the little building, and it's just not big enough. I need to put the boat in it. I need to put the golf cart in it and tools and stuff. So I needed a building now. And so once I get the building up and get some storage, stuff like that, then, and it dries up, I'll get a bulldozer in here and clean all this up and burn all this brush and stuff like that. But now we're going to go get some rocks and go get on the tractor and get some rocks and put right along through here, clean this up a little bit. All right, let's go down here and get some rock. Down here at the bottom of the property, got a big old pile of rock, and I'm going to use them. I graded this road out because it's been wet. It's just nasty. Hopefully the tractor will pack it out a little bit, but you can see kind of give you a little bit of tour. These are just preliminary clearings from when I bought the land. I didn't do this, but I'm going to use you know, the resources that I have on the property, there's no sense of buying a bunch of big rocks when I have some. I can buy diesel fuel and, you know, get the rocks and take them up there and put them to good use. I tell you one thing, it is nice that this tractor has heat, because it is cold and nasty. Now you can see all the rocks that are pushed up in this line of trees right here. I'm gonna get most of these rocks out and put them up there by the little garage building that I'm gonna build, hold that bank there. All right, guys, I got a little bit of this rock done. I'll show you the idea of it. Yeah, kind of whooped my butt. I got a little bit done. You see right there. And then I'm gonna move the building over about a foot, because right in here I'll put a French drain right beside this building. And when the building comes up, it'll be filled with 3/4 inch washed rock and a pipe, one of those 4-inch black perforated pipe. That way any water that comes there, and you see that what'll happen is the rocks will come up here, and I'll build this dirt and then slant it back, and then make that, this water, most of it will just follow right down through there and go around the building. And then any of this water that comes down through here, it'll go through that drainage pipe and, you know, come out that way. Like I was saying, the building's going to come up probably another 8 inches or so to the floor, and then it'll fill, and you'll see how I do all that once I get the building done. On a side note, let's go up here and see what I got in the mud. Like I was saying, it's cold. And what it is we're about 30 degrees of a nighttime, maybe down in the high 20s. Then the daytime we get about 35, 36, and everything thaws. We hadn't had a hard freeze yet, so it's just a nasty mess. But the good news is I don't need a cooler. No ice. And that's ice cold. So, you know, in Tuck style, cheers. So now, let's go down here. We'll get the tape out of the tractor, and we'll square up a building. I'll show you how to do that. I'm sure that's elementary for a lot of people. I'm by myself, and I don't have but one tape, so I can't really pull any tricks. I just got to do it the old-fashioned way and guess at it and see how close I get, and then, you know, readjust it. All right, so got my first stake right there. Now what I'm doing is I'm building a pole barn, so it's going to have treated posts and that kind of thing. Well, I'm going to build a 24 by 30. So what I need to do is pull 23 feet and 6 inches, and I'll explain why. That's where you dig the center of the hole for the post, because the post actually sets at, the edge of the post sets at 29.9. That way when you put your 1.5 inches on each side for your lath, then it comes out exactly 24 feet or 30 feet or whatever. So this first pull is going to be 23.6. So that's that first stake. And I'll show you, I'm right at 23 feet and 6 inches. All right, so now I'm on this one. I moved it over, and I need to straighten it up, but we're at 29.6 there. I'm not going to tighten these front ones down as much as I did the back. I do got to tighten them enough to hold the tape. The reason is because if this thing's out of square, I've got to move the front stakes. The back stakes are where I want the building, so I have to square up with that. And what I'm wanting, and I'll show you in a few minutes, is I'm wanting to look out a little bit at an angle and see that view out of my building, and then when I do the house down there, it'll be square with this building. So it's critical I get all of this squared up the way I want it in the beginning. That way everything doesn't look all cattywampus and retarded. All right, so got all these corners staked out. That one back there, that one, and that one. So now they're all in the right space. So as I was saying, 29.6 is how deep these posts need to be, and then 23.6 is how wide they need to be. Now it's time to pull across them to see if they're square, and it should be 37.8 inches is what it should be. We're going to grab this tape here, and you see I got this tape pulled right there on that stake. We're going to come over here. Now if I'd had 200-foot tapes, I could do this in one pull, made it easier, but I didn't. So this just is what it is. So come over here, and we are 37.8 inches. The other side, and I'm going to do that for you right now. You see me take this tape and carry it over here. We go up here and get this one. You see, I'm going to have enough space there to dig this ditch right down through here and put that pipe in there. Because, like I was telling you, the floor height on this barn is going to be another 8 inches taller. So I won't even have to dig a ditch there. I'll just put the pipe in and put the clean washed rock on it, and it'll do its job. So we put that there. We're going to go over here. And if all of my measurements are correct, and I'm completely square, then I should be 37.8 here. And look at that. I'm right on the money. Now, I'll tell you this. I probably built over 1,000 homes in my lifetime. And probably 500-600 barns. Well, that's dating me, isn't it? Well, you can get by with a house being out of square easier than you can a metal barn. Let me tell you why. Because your metal will start walking on you, and then it's just a mess. One side of the metal will be dropping down, and it's just not a good thing. So when you're setting up a barn, even a house, but when you're setting up a barn, make sure that thing is dead on. Especially if you're working with metal, because once that metal starts going, it just gets worse as it goes through. Now we're gonna kind of button it up for today. Handling all these rocks and stuff, Tuck's getting pretty tired, but you know, guys, that's a shit show. You know, and then coming up, I'll show you setting the post and getting that done, how I'm going to do that. And then we'll just keep hammering at it. All right, guys, so out here on the property again, got this fella. So y'all haven't met him, but that's my oldest son, Caleb. And since Tuck's got an old broke ass back, Caleb is gonna run the post hole diggers and run the posts. You see me squared up, we'll get started with all that shit. We'll let the young guy handle that thing over there. So we'll set these two back poles, and then we'll make sure that we're square, and then set the two front poles. Then we'll string a line all the way around this thing. Then we can mark and do our middle poles. All right, guys, so now we have our 4 corner posts set. We got them all measured out. They are 29.9 and 23.9. Now when we put the boards on each side, they're 1.5 inches. That'll make a 24 by 30 right on the money. And it's all squared up. Now we just got to start filling in the other poles. We're going to have one back here, and we're going to have 2 up front for the door, and then I think we have 3 on down each side. So we got a few more poles to set, and then we'll start putting the lath on the side of it. All right, so first day building the barn, me and old Caleb got a little bit done. Show you guys. So we got all the poles set and all the lath on the side, so got all the walls done. And so I'm building my own trusses, and then I've still got a trailer full of lumber. So anyhow, you see I got enough stuff to get the roof on it, and then after that it's metal it in, it'll be done. I shouldn't have but I don't 2 or 3 more days on the thing. And but man, that's a shit show. And still, look at the amazing view that we have to work with right in front of the garage. You can't beat that. We up here on the farm, we got a little bit of update for you. Remember we was working on that barn. Well, I'll show you what I've got. I've been busier than a cat out here with the new year and all that. Let me get Tuck's coffee this morning. Too early for beer. So you can see I've been doing a lot of tractor work, and there's that little barn that we're gonna make there. Really hadn't decided what I'm gonna do with it. I might turn it into a casita later on. I might turn it in for a barn. I'm not sure. But show you what I've done. And I bought the ugliest dump truck you ever seen in your life, but I had to paint it up. I'll show you here in the picture there what it looked like, and now this is what it looks like now. Not too bad, just perfect for my little old tractor. And so now I'll show you. There's that little building. I got the metal ordered, and as soon as it comes in, we'll do sides. That's where the house is going to go. We're going to build our house right there, and then a little foggy. It's still winter time, but you know, guys, it's just been a lot of work, you know, and I suck as a YouTuber, you know that, but because I forget to grab the camera. But that's what's going on. You know what, guys? We're going to try to keep putting out videos. I'm going to try to remember to grab the damn camera and bring you guys along with this shit show. But you know what? Till next time, fair winds, safe travels, and keep enjoying the shit show.
On a westbound road in Kentucky, it started